and welcome to the Fairview Podcast. My name is Jon Spallino, and today I am joined with the one and the only Lacie Aldret, even though she does have a twin. So you are one of two of the twin couple.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell a difference.
I don't know. Sometimes I see your sister around here, and I'm like, I don't know which one. I can't tell the difference. You guys are identical, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Speak a little bit closer to your mic.
Sorry.
Thank you. But anyways, we are going to be talking about Missions Market because we are only, at the time of this recording, we are only like, what, a week and a half?
A week and a half
away, or at the time you're hearing this, we're about a week and a half away. And so it is the last weekend of September. And so we are very excited for our 11th annual Missions Market. And we also, this year, also have some new merch, too. We have a new logo. She's sporting that new T-shirt for the Middle Tennessee Missions Market at Fairview Church. And so we're very, very excited. But today we're just going to ask Lacie, who is somewhat, over the years, has been not only the kind of founder amongst a group, but you can explain that history, but you have led this for several years, and you are one of the key components with our vendors get to see and get to hear from, and it just does a lot of work behind the scenes that most people don't get to see to make this event possible, amongst other volunteers that we have. But so just give us a little bit of a rundown. What is Missions Market? Maybe how did it start? And then what is the purpose of this event? And then we'll talk into some of the fun stuff of what people can do.
Okay, so Missions Market started with a challenge to reach out to the community and just in a way that just shares the love of the Lord. And so our community group and my family got together. We decided we'll do a craft fair that helps the community in some form or fashion, has free activities, and over time it's just kind of grown into what it is today, which is we have a car show, we have the LSSD neon bus out, they give out free books. We've got the Single Moms and Widows Car Clinic that benefits from the car show that we have on Saturday of the event. We have we have a silent auction that raises funds for the missions and ministries around Lebanon and beyond. And then we have lots of volunteers that come and just, share the love of the Lord. Exciting to work alongside each other. We give funds out to help to further the mission. So it's kind of like that. It's just some of those things that we benefit from. We have a free hayride. We do scavenger hunt on for the entire event. We do a hayride that does a scavenger hunt throughout the event. Just a lot of fun that we do, a lot of serving, a lot of blessing the community. We're blessed ourselves. I serve alongside my husband, and all of my children come for this, and they serve, and we just love it.
Yeah.
So.
And part of this too is ministering to the vendors, right? And the people.
Absolutely.
So speak a little bit into that of like how do we get to share the love of Christ with the vendors that come onto our campus?
So one way that when we started this event, it was designed. The group that we had between 5 to 7 vendors that knew and understood what a vendor would go through. And so when they designed what we do for these vendors, they had them in mind of what can we do to help them have just a wonderful event. Even if they have people from the community supporting them and shopping locally, what else can we do? So we do whatever we can to have a good vendor care team that goes out and just makes sure they're well taken care of. We help them unload and load. We ask them what we can do to, help them through the whole process of the vendor's time at the missions market. So we just, smile, help them, love them, do whatever we can to make their experience not like anything else.
And I know that in the past you've shared stories with me about vendors, sharing with you just how meaningful this event has been. And has there ever been opportunities for you to share the gospel with any of these vendors as they come on campus?
Absolutely. One thing that I've taken away from this is knowing that the vendors walk away thinking, I have never been taken care of as well as you guys take care of us. It's one of my absolute favorite events. That's one of the phrases I've heard it's the absolute favorite event that they've come to. One that kind of sets apart is even though, we are a church campus a lot of our churches, the volunteers, we're serving people that may not even go to church, and they just appreciate just what we're doing here. And so we've been able to, through so many different avenues, whether it would be the Single Moms and Widows Car Clinic or through vendors, we've been able to bless them as a church family, just in general, just to where they've actually come here on campus and now have joined our church, just because of the impact we've made during that event.
That's awesome. So share with those that may be unfamiliar with the missions market. So we have vendors that come on to our campus to sell their goods. We have we sell food during the event and those types of things. How does this help fund missions? So what does it look like? How do we actually develop the finances then to fund missions or give back within our church, for example?
So originally we created the event to be just a community event. We didn't even think monetarily. It left, like at the end of that event, we had raised, just from the vendor fees, the donations that we received from that, we had raised over $3,000, and we were wondering, what are we going to do with this? I mean, it's a missions market, so what do we do? And we had supported we knew there was a team going on a mission trip, so we were like, well, let's just do that. And so as it has grown over the years, now can't believe it's been 11 years, but as it has grown, we have turned it into an opportunity for all the volunteers to be able to take a piece of that, what we raise, and apply it to a ministry, a local organization, or even a mission trip to further, sharing the gospel, but also furthering the support of local organizations such as the Joseph Storehouse, the Pregnancy Care Center, just Rest Stop Ministries, just various different places. And it plugs our people in, and it even plugs others that come to the event and had no idea about these places. It plugs them in as well. So it's just a market that just keeps giving back.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that not only will we have some of these nonprofits on our campus to share what they do, but we even have some folks like Rest Stop Ministries, who normally has a booth that will sell there. So there's ways to support that. And then as a church, like Rest Stop, Compassionate Hands, some of these other areas, Pregnancy Care Center, these other local organizations that our church partners with, people will come, they will serve as a volunteer, and then at the end of the week, we'll take the money that we have, and then we will divvy it up, and that amount of money can go towards, depending on how much time you volunteered, will go towards that organization. And so it is a way to give up your time, really, to give up your time to volunteer, but then to give to these amazing ministries. And then, like, for example, like student ministry, our students will serve, and some of the parents will serve, and then they can take that money that will then can be applied to one of their spiritual formation, trips that they go on during the summer, and that's a huge impact for them, that they're able to volunteer their time to raise money for that.
Yes.
So it's just a really cool way of trying to fundraise, because if you know, at Fairview we don't do a whole lot of fundraisers. It's not like every month we do fundraisers or anything like that.
No.
Like this, we really focus a lot of our efforts on this, because it is so impactful, not only to our community, but also for the folks of ours that are going on trips and those sorts of things.
Yes. So we have silent auction, our vendor fees that we charge, and we have some donations that come in through just sponsorship. We have one, specifically the Vibe Tribe in Mount Juliet is supporting our hayride. They're donating, they're sponsoring that, and so they're contributing to being able to just be able to spread this. We actually have one of their team members coming and doing the path for the mowing the path for the hayride. And so it's just a great way to give back. And one of the biggest things about Missions Market that I really, really love at the heart of it is that I have a big family, and we were able to serve all together at the same event in different various ways, and just watching families develop and be able to seeing all these students just really get encouraged and hang out with each other, all while serving the community. They have no idea the impact they're making until after, and just keeps on giving. So it just keeps on lasting, and I keep on hearing about that, and it's just a huge blessing for our family. We look forward to it every year. My kids are just getting older and they're becoming adults, but I had one just get off the phone with me right before I came over, and he's taking a day off just so he can come out here and serve, and I just love that.
Yeah. One of the things that we need to probably ask for prayer for this weekend is beautiful weather.
Yes.
That's coming up, because if you remember, if you're listening, you remember last year, there was some bad storms that came through that weekend, which does really limit some of the fun factor that we have for the outdoor stuff. And so that's one of my prayer requests is please pray for
great, beautiful fall weather.
Yeah, fall weather, so that it does encourage for the outdoor, because we do have music that comes on out, so we do have a lineup of live entertainment. Again, we have places to eat some food. So what are some food options? What's one of our
So we've got some hot dog, I guess / cart, selling some cart. We have some roasted coconuts. Going to have some bowls there, which I know that's something that I want to grab.
Yeah.
We're going to have cotton candy, snow cones. We have several food vendors. We've got Sassy freeze-dried candies is going to be there. We've got some Sassy pecans. They have another booth that's Sheila's Sassy Pecans. She's going to be there. We have a few baked goods that are going to be there, some loaves of bread. There's just all kinds of different goodies, food vendors that are going to be there. And so, yeah.
Good. Very cool. And then we got different types of vendors. So just real quick, give us I know you don't know them all specifically, but what types of craft items would people be able to maybe get for their Christmas gifts while they're here?
So we have a lot of variety this year. We will have either packed food items that you take home and give away for Christmas gifts. We have home decor, handcrafted jewelry. We have we have our potter, Turtle Dove Pottery. She's definitely someone everybody wants to come and visit. We have artisans that are doing watercolor. We have, I'm trying to think of some other ones that were neat. Wood makers, that's another one. We have some woodcraft artisans this year. It's there's a lot of neat variety, but definitely if you have a Christmas list, come on out and you definitely can knock out all various different pricing ranges, and just for everybody in the family, extended family.
So your first missions market 11 years ago, how many vendors did you have total? Do you remember?
I think we had like 15 to 20.
15 to 20. How many do we have this year?
We have probably about 40 to 50.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we're packed this year. We are definitely packed this year.
Awesome. I love to hear that, because the more people participating, the more that we can be able to minister and to serve and raise money for missions and have people come on campus. And so that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for all that you do to make this event possible. And thank you for any of our volunteers. There are so many key volunteers. We have we have a missions market kind of leadership team that all handles various kind of parts of our event, and then we have all of our host of volunteers that serve. But thank you so much, because we're excited for this year. We're passionate about what's going to happen in a week and a half here on campus, and we really couldn't do it without the volunteer base and for all of their time. But thank you for all that you do to make this event.
You're welcome. And I actually, definitely want to add on there that we're going to have 2 demonstrators this year. We usually have we're going to have basket weaver and a basket weaving and a weaver, like actual wool. Okay, so they'll bring out their spinning tool. I don't even know what it's called, but she sent pictures over, and I was like, oh, this is so great. We're going to have all this. Cool. So there'll be a lot of stuff, homeschool families, lots of people who want to learn about that kind of stuff, and it's all free.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, folks. As always, if you can give us a review wherever you're listening to this podcast, that would be super duper helpful. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give that like button a little tap, and make sure you're subscribing so you can get all of our other episodes this semester. All right. See ya.
Bye.